video is going to cover the front move bumper build on a 2006 Toyota Tundra. First thing you need to do is remove your factory bumper cover and bumper support. Bumper support still online. If you have a power steering cooler on your truck, you are going to have to make brackets to mount it to the new bumper. You can see here how the bumper support has the brackets for the power steering cooler. So you're going to want to unbolt the power steering cooler and set it to the side while you remove the bumper reinforcement. Okay, regarding your power steering cooler, I just wanted to show you what I came up with to rectify the situation. I cut the original brackets off the bumper reinforcement, welded them to the cross member skid plate, or cross member for the skid plate, and reattached the power steering cooler. Okay, now as you can see, I have the front bumper reinforcement removed from the truck. If you have the factory skid plate, which I believe most of the Tundras do, you're going to have to remove 2 additional bolts that hold the skid plate support on. The next thing that you will notice with the factory skid plate is that part of the skid plate support will not let the brackets sit tight against the frame horns. Those will either need to be trimmed or bent up to clear so you can mount it flat. And here you can see the modified skid plate support bracket. Very simple to bend. Just take a crescent wrench and bend it up, and your bumper bracket will fit flush against the frame horn. You're going to mount the brackets to the 2 nuts and the bolt that you removed earlier. For right now, these just need to be snug. They do not need to be super tight, because all we are doing is going to tack everything together, remove the bumper, and finish weld everything. Once you get those loosely bolted on, you're going to take a measurement, top and bottom, from roughly the same place on both sides, to make sure that your brackets are square. Next, you will take the center section of the bumper Okay, once you figure out how to get the center section up to where it will stay up on its own, get your tape measure and measure to make sure that you are centered. Once you feel that you have it centered, go ahead and put a temporary tack weld 2 places on each side of the bumper support brackets. Okay, now you can see that I have my temporary tacks in place. The next piece that will go in is this reinforcement plate that goes on top of your bracket, like that. And you will also put a temporary tack to hold this part in place. Here you can see the brackets tack welded into place. I have 4 tacks on each bracket. That should be plenty to hold it until we remove the bumper to finish weld everything. The next thing that I found is this tab right here is in the way of putting the bumper caps or side pieces on. So that will need to be trimmed roughly here and bent back to retain future bumper cover reinstallation if you so choose. Here you can see where I cut it, and it's very easy to bend. It's just sheet metal. Just bend it back out of your way. Okay, after bending that bracket back on your fender, test fit it. What I have found is that this edge right here will not allow for a tight fit for the gap for the rest of it, so I will put a slight bevel onto that piece. Once you add the slight bevel to that edge, you will see that my gap is fairly even all the way around, and the bumper will line up approximately an 1/8 inch beyond your side marker light. The next piece that we will be installing is the bumper end cap. As with everything else, check your alignment, see if any grinding is necessary. Mine seems to fit pretty good. I'm choosing to keep it out just a little bit so that it will be even with my fender flares. Alright, and this is what you will have once all the parts are tacked together. As you can see, all the gaps are pretty much even. You do have some fine adjustment with the bolts. So the next step will be to remove the bumper, finish weld, and grind your weld smooth. One part that I forgot to mention would be your tow hooks. I'm going to place mine in this area here to where they have the support from the bumper bracket also. Alright, this is the wrap up of my Move bumper build. As you can see, all my finished welding is done. Everything has been ground smooth. Looks really good. As you can see, I also did a little bit of customization to it. The 2 holes on the sides will be my fog lights. Overall, this bumper is very easy to build. It's taken me approximately a day and a half to get to this point, and I would recommend this bumper to anybody that has any fabrication skills. Very easy to do again, and fits extremely well.